How to deploy a Linux VDI solution on Microsoft Azure using Sendio ThinLinc. Open your browser and go to portal.azure.com and sign in with your Microsoft account. From the dashboard, open Azure Marketplace, where we'll find the ThinLinc image. Inside the Marketplace, search for ThinLinc. Click on ThinLinc Remote Desktop Server, choose ThinLinc on Ubuntu 22.04, then click Create. Next to begin VM Setup. Now configure your ThinLinc VM. Create new resource group. Give VM name. Select availability zone, for example, Zone 1. Choose a VM size, for example, standard N, VASV4 for GPU and VDI workloads. Under Administrator Account, confirm SSH authentication. Define the username for login. Define SSH key pair. Keep SSH22 open under inbound port rules. Once done, click Next. Disks. On the Disks tab, keep Premium SSD, 30 GB. Leave encryption to default platform managed keys. Once done, click Next, Networking. On the Networking tab, a new VNet will be created automatically. Keep the default subnet. Assign a public IP, for example, ThinLinc Server IP. Choose Basic NSG and allow SSH22. Proceed to Next, Management. In the Management and Review, enable Defender for Cloud, optional. Set Auto Shutdown to save cost. Keep monitoring enabled by default. Click Review plus Create. Wait for some time, you will be prompted to download private key on your local Linux machine. This key will be used to connect to your server. Wait for some time to complete the VM deployment. After deployment completes, open the VM overview page. Note your public IP, VM name, and resource group. Now open your local terminal, navigate to where your downloaded SSH key is stored, and run the below command to set necessary permission. Next, use the SSH command by specifying your SSH key, username, server IP, then hit enter to connect to your Azure machine. Now, switch the user to root using the sudo su command. Then, run the following command to verify core ThinLinc services. Azure only opens SSH by default, so we need to open additional ports required by ThinLinc. Go to VM Networking, Inbound Port Rules, Add Rule. Add all 3 ports and allow incoming traffic. Now that ThinLinc is running, the next step is to configure user access and set up the admin account for the web control panel. First, we need to create a password for the default Linux user, azureuser. This password will be used to log into your ThinLinc desktop session. Go back to your Azure terminal and set a password for azureuser with below command. Next, we'll configure the ThinLinc Web Administration Panel. ThinLinc uses a hashed password for admin access, not plain text. So we need to generate one. Run the tlgen auth tool, type a password when prompted, and ThinLinc will generate a secure SCHA512 hash for you. Copy the entire hash. We'll add it to the config file next. Now open the ThinLinc admin configuration file. Inside the file, set the admin username and password hash just like this, then save and exit. Finally, restart the ThinLinc admin service to apply the new credentials. Now that everything is configured, let's log into your ThinLinc desktop session through your web browser. Go ahead and open your browser and enter the URL VM_public_IP:300 in the address bar. Here, log in with the Linux user account you configured earlier. In our case, the azureuser account and its password. Once logged in, ThinLinc loads the full XFCE Linux desktop directly inside your browser. This means you can use Ubuntu from anywhere in the world without installing anything. While ThinLinc works in the browser, the native ThinLinc Client gives you much better performance, especially for remote development, audio, or graphics-heavy work. First, open a web browser, search for Download ThinLinc Client, and click on ThinLinc Archive page. Scroll down the page and download ThinLinc Client for Linux DEB. Save the file to Downloads directory on your local machine. Go back to Terminal on your local machine, change the directory to Downloads using the cd command. Run the apt command by specifying your downloaded file and hit Enter to install the ThinLinc Client package on your local machine. Now let's connect to your Azure Cloud VDI using the ThinLinc Client. On your Ubuntu machine, open the Dash menu and search for ThinLinc Client. Click to launch it. You'll see a connection window appear. In the connection window, enter your ThinLinc server details. Under Server, type your instance's public IP address. For username, enter azureuser or the user you created earlier. And for key, browse to your private SSH key file, the one you added to the VM. Once everything's ready, click Connect. After authentication, the ThinLinc Client opens your full Ubuntu desktop session, running securely in the Azure cloud. You can now work remotely with GPU-accelerated performance, just like on a physical desktop. Next, let's access the ThinLinc Web Administration Panel. This is where you manage everything. In your browser, open the URL VM_public_IP:1010 to access the admin console. Use the admin account you configured earlier, the username admin, and the hashed password. Inside the dashboard, you can manage users, control sessions, restart services, monitor resource usage, and customize ThinLinc configuration. Everything is handled directly from this web interface. No command line required.